Now, Helena Bonham Carter has cast off her corset and her head has been digitally expanded into the shape of a grotesque heart. The things a woman will do to please her husband. In this case, the film director Tim Burton, who cast his wife as the very frightening Red Queen in his new version of Alice in Wonderland. The story is a reworking of Lewis Carroll's original tale. A 19-year-old Alice trips through the rabbit hole to Wonderland, which she discovers is actually called Underland. There, she meets up with old friends and takes on a quest to overthrow the wicked Red Queen, who's ruling her land with fear. Here is Helena Bonham Carter as that queen, terrorising her household staff, who I should point out are frogs.
Someone has stolen three of my tarts! Did you steal them?
No, Your Majesty.
Did you?
No, Your Majesty.
Did you steal them?
No, Your Majesty.
Did you steal my tarts?
No, Your Majesty.
Squimberry juice.
I was so hungry! I didn't mean
Off with his head!
I talked to Helena Bonham Carter about her role in Alice in Wonderland and the Red Queen's notorious catchphrase.
Off with his head. The thing is with the Red Queen was that I couldn't say my R's. In fact, I couldn't say my R's for a long time after. But I did basically say, off with his head. That's all I said. Off with his head. Well, the thing is with Alice, because Tim thought, oh, wonderful, 3D Alice, what a great marriage of story and medium, you know. But then, if you go back to the original one, which is amazing for so many reasons, and keeps on getting reinterpreted, is that it doesn't actually have much of a story. I mean, it's just like kind of episodic. So Linda Wolverton
is the scriptwriter.
Yeah, she came up with a really good story. And also, not only that, a kind of emotional context for this dream to happen in. Because you meet Alice beforehand, which is rather great, and you understand why she's having a dream. And then you understand what she does with the dream and the impact on her and how she's kind of found herself and decided. It's all about identity and finding out who you are.
It's actually feminist, isn't it?
Well, a lot of people yesterday said, oh, it's a real women's movie. And I just thought, how bizarre. Tim's gone and made a women's movie. I mean, I don't think it was his intention. It's always interesting what people get from it.
I think it's an outright feminist message that
she...
Alice...
Oh, it is, totally.
...was trying to escape
society,
the marriage
and she goes and empowers herself.
Yeah.
Right. She finds her own power.
You, in the film, are
Yes.
a truly despotic, ghastly old battle axe. But, I mean, I know this is a cliché, but was it fun? Because you look as though you're having a great time.
No, it was great fun being queen. It was great, you know, ordering people around and getting your way. And she was a brat, basically. I thought she's kind of a toddler tyrant. She actually hasn't grown beyond 2 years of age.
You have got a daughter.
Yeah, and she was a bit of an inspiration, because she's a toddler tyrant too. She's got the big head going for her, and she's also got that, you know, all about me world and no please. Actually, she's getting to say thank you, but that lack of empathy for any other living creature, thumping people, you know. It's about age 2.
So the Red Queen has just not improved from the age of 2.
She didn't grow.
Well, her head has grown.
Her head has grown. It's a huge head.
Magnificence.
Yeah.
It's bulbous, I think it's described. Somebody else said it looked like a garlic, a huge bulb of garlic.
It was meant to be a heart.
And the makeup, just describe the makeup, because it's little girls everywhere will love that.
I think the lips might set a trend. You've got a little heart-shaped lip, which actually works because it's kind of makes her look really mean because she's got a tiny pair of lips next to Anne's. You know, she's got the biggest lips in the industry, really. Anne
Hathaway, who plays the White Queen.
The White Queen, she's my sister.
Yeah, you don't get on, do you?
No, sibling rivalry. She's got a small head and she's really pretty, and the parents gave the crown to her, and yet I'm the eldest. That's the whole root of the problem, you know. So it's downright prejudice.
You've also got blue eyeshadow.
I've got very blue eyes. That was Tim's.
About 4 inches, almost?
Yeah, 4 inches. I've got very high eyebrows and a very high hairline. And Tim was very specific about the blue shadow. He said he wanted me to look a bit cheap, basically. That's for him. He said blue eyeshadow means cheap. He said trailer trash. I want that look. What
fascinates people is the fact that this is your marriage you're talking about. This is how your husband, the director of this film, sees you and wants you to look.
Yeah. Now, you know what, to be absolutely honest, I really love it. He knows that I like being disfigured, to be honest, and that's kind of the very first thing he got about me before we even met. was on Planet of the Apes when he phoned me up. First thing he said to me is, like, don't take this the wrong way, but you are the first person I thought of to play this chimpanzee. And
that's quite a chat-up line, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? And worked. And then, although it was about 2 years after, when he actually saw me without my ape makeup and just said, oh.
So you worked with him, but you didn't have a relationship during the making of that Planet of the Apes film?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I think possibly because I was dressed as an ape for most of the time. And he's very shy, Tim. He's just not, he's very contained. He didn't really speak. We had one conversation, on the phone, and then he said, I have this hunch about you, but I don't know if it's right, but you like to sort of cover yourself up and, camouflage yourself. And he's absolutely right. So anything that gets me away from myself, I love. So the idea of having a huge head, fantastic.
But before you met Tim, you'd followed the traditional English bodice, as you say yourself. How do you describe yourself? Corset?
Oh, I don't know.
Corset crumpet, or I've got this. You were a corset bimbo. You said you were.
Yeah, corset bimbo.
But you were beautiful. You were absolutely ravishing
in
those Merchant Ivory films that people associate you with.
Yeah.
Were you not happy doing that?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Oh, one, I certainly didn't think. I can never see myself, I can't watch myself in anything. And no, I was happy doing it. I'm always happy pretending to be somebody else. It's just the watching that's painful. So I could watch Planet of the Apes. And tonight I'm actually going to watch Alice in Wonderland, principally because I got a big head. And I just thought, this is the way to do it. Get a big head and I'll be able to watch the films. And also,
because it's not you you're looking at.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm sufficiently far away from myself. And, as an actor, on the whole, you go through this whole process and you think, I'm channeling this other character. Oh, I'm just not me and I've gone away from myself. And it's really basically the escape of oneself that one's trying, I'm in it for. And then you look at the film and you go, oh, no, it's just me again. What was I, that's not at all what I meant before, meant.
But when are you at your happiest, then?
At the acting bit.
So not when you... What about when you come home at night and you live with this creative dynamo?
Yeah. I love home. My home's fantastic. And I love my babies. And I love Tim. So I'm very, I love making things, like crafting. I love reading. I love my bed. I love my hot water bottle. And I love sleeping.